Hi, this is Too Fast here. I'm in my Nissan Quest, and today I will be doing the repair on the LCD display of the instrument cluster. As you can see, where it shows the mileage and the water temperature and the fuel, the display is all messed up because there's a ribbon cable that has bad contacts underneath the LCD display. Now with this problem, I know some people have asked me a few years back to see if I've encountered this, and at that time I haven't. But now at about 129,000 miles, and the car is about 12 years old, it just started happening about a week ago. And to fix this, there are three options you have. Number one is you can remove the instrument cluster, send it away to a repair shop, have them fix it, and turn around and send it back to you. It'll take about maybe 2, 3, 4 days. The second option is to buy a brand new LCD display that comes with a new ribbon cable attached to it, and then replace it yourself. The third option, and this is the option that I'll be doing today, is going to be the cheapest one, but it's going to require a lot of work, which is to remove the cluster, remove the LCD display, and replace that ribbon cable. And it's going to be a lot of work, but hopefully everything will work out and I can get this fixed myself. So let me first remove this cluster and I'll show you the steps involved. The first thing you need to do is remove this plastic shroud and get a pry bar and just carefully go around the edges. Now remove the 4 phillips screws that's holding the cluster in. Go around to the back and disconnect the connectors. So as you can see at the back, there are 1, 2, 3 connectors you need to disconnect. On the back we have 2 T15 Torx. Remove those. Now we'll go around the back side here and remove this cover. Go ahead and remove this ribbon cable. Go ahead and remove this center module to get it out of the way. Next, remove the front shroud. And all you need to do is release these clips that you see right here. With this type of gauge, you'll notice that if I move this counterclockwise, it'll stop right there. Same as this one here. Go ahead and place a piece of painter's tape right in this position. Also put a piece right here. Get yourself a permanent marker and mark where the stop is. Because this is going to be the same spot that you'll be reinstalling the needle later on. The next thing is to pull up on this black cover and it will come off. Now the next part is a little scary, but you need to turn this needle past its stopping point counterclockwise. Hear that sound? As you're turning it, pull the needle up. here are the two needles removed. There are two plastic tabs holding the circuit board in. Go ahead and use pliers and just squeeze that tab in slightly. Now this will come out. Remove this black cover. There are plastic tabs on the side. Now remove the LCD by releasing these white tabs on the side. On the other end of the ribbon cable, there's a little plastic pull tab here. Go ahead and release it. So let me take a minute to talk about the replacement LCD versus the replacement ribbon cable. Now, if you go on eBay, you will find people selling the replacement LCD plus the ribbon cable installed already for about $60 to $70. If you want to try to replace the ribbon cable yourself, which is what I have here, you can find it anywhere from $10 to $20. Now, some sellers sell the ribbon cable and the soldering iron as a set, and that costs a bit more. So you need to look around if you want to save a few dollars, because what I did is buy the iron from one seller and bought these ribbon cable from a different seller. So that helped me save a little bit of money. Otherwise, you can buy it as a set. Here is the 40-watt soldering iron with a special tip here at the end. This will allow you to glue that ribbon cable back onto the LCD. Now, when you buy this, make sure the seller also provide the Teflon strip, and you'll need to install this Teflon strip at the end of the tip here, and that will allow you to use this without burning and melting the ribbon cable. Once you've placed it in here, go ahead and cut this off. Just use what you need. So with your replacement ribbon cable, you want to check to make sure that the old one and the new one are exactly the same. Another thing I've done is I've used a permanent marker and marked the edges of where the new one need to go after we remove the old one here, because you got to make sure that the contacts will line up, otherwise the LCD will not work. Now, using the iron, we'll go ahead and place this on the ribbon cable for a few seconds to melt the glue. Now get some rubbing alcohol and clean the contacts here. As I'm cleaning it, I noticed the permanent marker I marked earlier was coming off, so I went ahead and put two pieces of electrical tape at the bottom here so I know where the position of the ribbon cable is. Now that everything's cleaned up, let me try to show you what you're looking for. Now in this reflection, you see the lines. That's where the contacts will be glued onto with a new ribbon cable. With a new ribbon cable, remove the backing paper, and you want to line up the contacts onto the LCD. Carefully put the iron on for 2 to 3 seconds, not too long because it'll melt. Here's a look at the LCD when it's done. When you're reinstalling the circuit board into this housing, be very careful that you don't pinch this ribbon cable because the traces can get damaged. So you want to bend this down. And then carefully slide this into place. Now we'll install the rest of the parts in reverse order. With a needle, you want to place it back in to match this needle to where the line's marked, where the stop is earlier. Now make sure you don't push the needle too far down so that it'll bind onto the gauge. Now before we put the front cover back on, I'm going to go ahead and test this out, make sure it works, so that I can make any adjustments to the needle if I need to. Okay, I've plugged all the connectors back in. Let's try it out, see if it works. The LCD display is good. Before you put the front cover on, make sure there are no dust. And don't forget to install the two T15 Torx at the back. Okay, everything's put back together. We'll do one more check. All the displays working, everything's good. I hope this helped you guys if you're interested in fixing your own LCD issue on your Nissan Quest. Now I will say the ribbon cable rework, it's quite detailed, so you have to be very careful. Make sure you don't cause any additional damage to the parts that you're working on. But if you have any questions, leave a comment below. And don't forget to click on the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.